get light.
Oh, there's the old church, just over there. Dallas was right.
My dreams come true. We're in the country.
Here, you wait at the church. I'll go to the store for supplies. Be there first thing when they open.
I wonder what's happening with the guys back home.
I can imagine.
I can imagine too. Later, we found out.
Maybe Dallas knows something.
He didn't say.
But maybe he knows something. When the police worked him over, he said he thought they were headed for Texas.
Do you think Dallas?
One thing's sure. They're not headed for Texas.
First time I've missed work.
If you want to go on,
Maybe this time you'll think to give a phone call.
if there's a phone handy, and if nobody's around, and if he's got money on him, and if...
Okay.
No news. You've both been up all night.
How'd you make out at home?
Not good. The worst.
I mean, was it really that
I
bad?
said the worst. We have to talk.
Oh, I'm getting a little nervous.
I can't live at home anymore. I have to get out. Right now.
Can always stay here, Sandy.
How can you get out right now?
How can I stay? I've been up all night, too.
You should have called.
Soda pop. I'm going to Tallahassee, Florida. My grandmother lives there. I'm gonna live with my grandmother in Florida.
You don't have to do that. You heard Derry. You could stay here. You don't
I
have to go
can't
to...
stay
You're
here.
gonna get married someday, so...
We're 16.
In a couple weeks, I'll be 17.
Big difference. I have to get away. I can't talk about it anymore, and I can't see you anymore.
What?
That's what I came to tell you. It's hard enough, Soda Pop. Don't make it worse. Don't do that.
Okay. Okay for now. It's been a bad night. You have to back off for a while. But we'll keep in touch, all right? Give it some time. We'll work things out.
When you see Ponyboy and Johnny, explain to him that I sure do love you.
Sandy.
Looks like another fight over at the lot.
Goodbye.
All right. And then you write back, you know?
Some socias after 2-bit. Dallas is there.
You sure got some great timing.
What about Sandy?
She's visiting her grandmother in Florida.
You okay?
Why not?
Second time I got jumped this morning.
The socias are a little tense this morning.
Tense.
I heard you told the Fuzz Johnny and Pony were headed to Texas.
That would be, one possibility.
Could you think of another possibility?
I don't know. You would, have to ask them.
Man, look at that car! Corvette Stingray.
Oh, look at the redhead. The dead guy's girlfriend. Let's run that chick out of here.
Don't touch her, Dallas.
Oh, what's this? You coming on the same as Johnny Cake, huh?
How is Johnny?
We, wouldn't know about that.
Would you
know about Pony Boy?
The police think he may be headed southwest somewhere.
It's necessary to jerk me around. At least we all know about Bob.
Yeah.
Too bad about that.
Yeah, he's dead. Too bad.
Would you want to come in?
The whole reason I came. The mess. Maybe it's my fault.
So, what about it?
Maybe I could help.
You,
Dallas?
maybe we could go over to the dingo. I'll buy you a Coke and we can talk about this and that.
Pony Boy and Johnny need someone who can testify, and you want to make out at the dingo! I can't be here anymore.
No, please, wait.
For what?
It took a lot of nerve for you to come here this morning.
Yes, it did.
Any message for the juvenile delinquents?
Tell them I say hi.
Dallas!
I only want to talk to her. Clear things up about this testifying. Hey, don't worry.
Talk nice, Dallas. You hear me?
I always talk nice.
Tell them I said hi.
I heard they were going to Texas.
Your kid brother's so smart. Why can't he locate a telephone?
I've been in a church before, but this falling down old place gave me a creepy feeling. What do you call it? Premonition. That's our signal.
Hey, Pony, no one paid any attention at the store. We're loaded up. I got a week's supply of bologna, 2 loaves of bread, a box of matches, candy bars.
More candy bars and what else? Gone with the Wind. How'd you know I always wanted to read this book?
Well, I remember you saying something about it once. I thought maybe you could read it out loud, help kill time or something.
Thanks.
Man, we are in big trouble.
I'm still tired. And a little spooky. Things been happening so fast. Man, I'm tired.
Last night, was it even last night?
Last night, we were laying in the lot, looking at the stars. We had walked Cherry and Marcia over to Tuit's.
Last night, I killed that guy, Bob. Could have been over 17 or 18, and I killed him. I'm real tired, too.
The next few days were the longest. We passed on playing poker and reading Gone with the Wind. Johnny was especially stuck on the Southern Gentleman.
You know, I bet they were cool old guys. Riding into sure death. Because they were gallant. They remind me of Dallas.
Dallas ain't got any more manners than I do. And you saw how he treated those girls at the nightly double.
Yeah, but one night, I saw Dallas getting picked up by the fuzz, and he kept real cool about it. They were getting him for something Two-Bit did, and he knew it. But he took the sentence without batting an eye or even denying it. That's gallant.
He's your hero now? Go back to sleep. Dawn the next morning. All the lower valley was covered with mist. The clouds changed from gray to pink, and the mist was touched with gold. There was a silent moment when everything held its breath. Then the sun rose.
Golly. That sure is pretty.
Wouldn't it be cool to be able to paint that sky?
I wish it could stay like that forever.
Nothing gold can stay.
What was that?
A poem I read once. I was remembering it. Nature's first green is gold. Her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. It goes on.
Then you go on.
Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. As dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay.
Wow. Where'd you learn that?
Robert Frost wrote it. He meant more than I'm getting to it, though.
How come you remember it?
I keep trying to figure it out, what he meant by it.
You know, I never noticed colors and clouds and stuff till you started reminding me of them. It seems like they were never even there before.
I could never tell the guys about stuff like that. I couldn't even remember the poem around them. They don't dig. Just you. And soda pop. Sometimes. And maybe cherry valance.
I guess we're different.
Shoot, maybe they are. I was so tired of bologna, I got sick looking at it. By then, we'd eaten all the candy bars, and I was dying for a Pepsi. I'd read up the Sherman Siege of Atlanta, and believe it or not, I owe Johnny $150 from poker games. I was beginning to think I'd always lived in a church, or during the Civil War, or both.
Pony, you hear it?
What do you think?
Glory, look at the church lights of little Johnny Cake and Pony Boy.
Never thought I'd be so glad to see Dallas Winston.
Hey, what's been happening back home?
How are the boys? Are the fuzz after us? What about Soda? And
Hold
Harry?
it. I can't answer everything at once. Y'all want something to eat first? I skipped breakfast this morning and I'm about starving.
You're starving?
If you'd like some bologna.
Oh, yeah, let me see. Yep, no thanks. The fuzz won't be looking for you around here. They think you lit out the other direction. I got Buck's T-Bird parked down the road. Ain't you been eating anything?
What gives you that idea?
You both look terrible. The cops think you're in Texas.
Why Texas?
They know me. I get hauled in for everything that happens on our turf. I let drop that you were headed somewhere else. They beat it out of me.
Like I told you, gallant.
Hey, do y'all want something to eat or not?
Believe it.
It'd be good to get in a car again.
Dallas always did like to drive fast. As if he didn't care if he got where he was going or not. We came down the red dirt road so fast, me and Johnny got a little green. Then we stopped at Dairy Queen.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Oh.
First thing I got was a Pepsi. Then we started gorging.
Oh man, I'm so ready to eat real food again.
There's nothing like a Dairy Queen hot dog.
That's right.
This beats bologna any day.
I need to food. I hate bologna so much.
Everything kind of tastes like bologna now.
Say, it's time you tell us what's been going on.
The socialists and us are having all-out warfare all over the city. That kid you killed had plenty of friends, and all over it's Soch against Greece. We can't walk alone at all. I started carrying myself a heater.
Dallas, you kill people with heaters.
You kill them with switchblades too, don't you, kid?
Please, Dallas.
If you walk around carrying a gun...
Hey, don't worry. My heater ain't loaded. I ain't aiming to get picked up for murder, but sure does help the bluff.
All out warfare all over the city.
Just one more day. We're having it out. Once and for all. Us and the socials. Tomorrow night. The vacant lot.
Tomorrow night?
You guys will miss it, but we got a hold of the president of their social club and had a war council, so here's the deal. No weapons. If we run, well then, things go on as usual. But if they run, then they stay out of our territory. But good! Out! I don't care how many socials show up. They're gonna run.
Suppose they bring chains?
Hey, I didn't tell you. We got us a spy. That good-looking broad I tried to pick up the night you killed the Soch. The redhead, Cherry, what's her name?
Cherry! The Soch?
Next time I want a broad, I'll pick up my own kind.
We were getting that same advice from the socials.
Cherry the Soch, helping us.
She isn't Cherry the Soch. She's...
Anyway, she said that if Johnny comes to trial, she'll testify that the socials were drunk and were looking for a fight, and that you only fought back in self-defense. How about that?
That would really help.
Then I suggested we go for a ride in Buck's T-Bird. She said, no thank you, then very polite, she told me where to go. What'd I do wrong?
Maybe you should have tried a little conversation before making your move.
Conversation? This place is out of it. What do you think they do for kicks in the country? Play checkers? Checkers.
Listen, Dallas. We're gonna go back and turn ourselves in.
What?
I said we're gonna go back and turn ourselves in. I got a good chance to bail it off easy. I ain't got a record. Both Pony and Cherry can testify. It was just self-defense.
Once they get their hands on
I can't stay in that church for the rest of my life.
Johnny, when they take you in, you will find out greasers get it worse than anyone.
We won't tell that you helped us, and we'll give you what's left of the money if
You sure you want to go back?
Yeah. It ain't fair for Ponyboy to have to stay up in the church, with Soda and Derry worrying about him all the time.
Derry, don't...
Yes, he does. I don't suppose my parents have been worried about me or anything.
The boys are worried. 2-Bit was for going to Texas to look for
My
you.
parents! Did they ask about me?
No. They didn't. Johnny, what do they matter? Shoot, my old man don't give a hang whether I'm in jail or dead in a car wreck or drunk in the gutter. That don't bother me none.
I left a book at the church. We should go back and get it.
Get in the car. If you turned yourself in 5 days ago, it would have saved a lot of trouble. Come on.
I was scared. I still am.
I ain't mad at you, Johnny. I don't want you to get hurt. You don't know what a few months in jail can do to you.
Like it happened to you?
You get me?
When we got to the top of the hill, Dallas slammed on the brakes. We didn't know what was happening.
Glory! The church is on fire!
Let's go!
What for? Get back in the car!
The people over
It's
there,
not our problem!
Come on.
Hey, wait, if you two don't get back in the car, I swear!
What's going on?
Oh no, we were having a school outing and suddenly the building is burning. Children with matches.
Matches? Our matches?
Move away, children. Let's wait for the firemen. Some of the children are missing. They're around somewhere. No, they're missing. They're in the church.
We'll get them, don't worry.
No, wait for the
There
firemen.
ain't time for that. We gotta go now. Come on!
God, help us.
What? I remember. We threw a rock through one of the church windows and crawled through. Johnny!
Come on, get in here. Help me out. I can't see.
Here's a little one.
Get it out. I got another one. Out the window, little guy.
You enjoying this, shiny kid? There's another one. Back in the smoke.
Get her.
Get out of here! Get out! The roof's gonna cave in! Forget the stupid kids!
Here's the last one. Here you go, little guy.
I can't get out. I'm blocked.
The roof's gonna cave.
Ah!
Thank you. This is all right.
Where are you taking me?
My back, kid. You're in the ambulance.
Ambulance? Where's Johnny? Where's Dallas?
They're in the ambulance right behind us.
Just calm down. You're going to be okay. You just passed out.
I didn't pass out. Dallas hit me. He knocked me out.
Because your back was in flames.
It was? I didn't feel anything.
Your friend put it out before you could get burned.
Are you taking us to the police station?
The police station?
Why would we take you to the police station? We're taking all of you to the hospital.
So, Johnny and Dallas are all right?
Which one's which?
Dallas is the mean-looking one. Johnny's got the dark hair.
Dallas will be all right. He burned one arm trying to drive the other kid out the window. Johnny, I don't know about Johnny. A piece of timber cut him across the back. He might have a broken back.
He has severe burns. Severe. They're giving him plasma now.
You better lie back. It's better if you... I swear, you three are the bravest kids I've ever met. Are you professional heroes or something?
I think you were sent straight from heaven.
Are the little kids okay?
They're okay. Thank you. A lot of parents want to thank you.
Dr. Morse, report to emergency. Dr. Morse, report to emergency.
They checked me over, and except for a few burns and a big bruise across my back, I was all right.
Dallas, you ever do something stupid like that again, I will beat the tar out of you.
Dallas,
you hear me? Don't you ever.
Johnny! Johnny Cake?
Hey, Mrs. O'Brien was just talking with some reporters. And some people phoned the front reception. They're on their way up. They claim to be your brothers or something.
My brothers?
That's what they said.
How'd they know I was here?
The phone number in your wallet.
Pony. Soda?
Where you been? How come you didn't call? You trying to give us a heart attack or something? Your looks look good.
Pony boy. Barry.
I'm sorry, I meant
I thought we lost you. Like we did Mom and Dad.
You don't look like you got much sleep this week, kid.
I didn't.
Yeah, neither did we.
Doctor, we're taking our kid brother home.
He'll be fine. There's no paperwork. You can go along home.
I asked about Johnny and Dallas, but no one would tell us anything.
Are you members of the family?
I'll only talk to the families.
Doctor, Johnny and Dallas don't have any family except us.
We're about as much family as they've got.
All right. Dallas Winston will be okay after 2 or 3 days in the hospital. One arm is pretty bad, but he'll get back the use of it.
Dallas is always okay.
What about Johnny?
We already phoned his parents.
Tell it to us straight.
Johnny Cade is critical. His back is broken and he's in severe shock. He's suffering from 3rd-degree burns.
What are you doing for him?
Everything to ease the pain, but because his back is broken, he can't feel the burns below the waist. Even if he lives,
If?
he'll be...
What do you mean, if?
If he lives, he'll be a cripple.
Is he conscious?
In and out.
He keeps calling for Dallas and Ponyboy.
Can we see him?
Not now. What you do now is you go home and you get some rest.
If he lives.
Dr. Morse, pick up line 4, please.
You wanted it straight, you got it straight.
That's right, Doctor.
Dr. Morse, pick up line 4, please.
You can phone in later and check with the nurse's station on this floor.
We better go home. There's nothing we can do here.
pain was growing in my throat. The doctor gave it to us straight, all right. I began to think, maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'll wake up and everything will be like it used to be. Only it was getting harder and harder to lie to myself. Chubit came over the next morning, same as usual, only earlier.
Can't believe a thing they put in the papers these days. Who'd believe two greasy-looking mugs could be heroes? How do you like being a hero, Big Shot?
How do I like, what?
Like a big shot. Juvenile delinquents turned heroes. I like the term bit.
I guess we turned all of a sudden.
Talks about how you and Johnny risked your lives. One of the parents said the little kids would have burned to death if it hadn't been for you two. Oh, it tells about the fight, too. You have to appear in juvenile court for running away, and Johnny for manslaughter, if he recovers.
Why do they keep saying if?
Talks about how Darian and Sutter working so hard to stay together. And you've been on the honor law school. The reporter puts in there, the three of them should not be separated after working so hard to stay together.
Separated?
It won't happen. The juvenile courts do things like that to heroes. I always think about looking in on Johnny Cake. Do you want to come with?
It's a little early. I don't know about visiting hours.
I can't wait for visiting hours.
Pony boy?
Look, who's...
Hello, Tubis.
I know, you want to lift in my car.
No, thank you. I'm here with someone. He wants to talk to Pony Boy.
Who is it?
Randy Anderson?
Why should I talk to Randy? He's a soc. It's their fault Bob's dead and Shawnee's in the hospital. And Soda and I might get put in a boys' home.
I know that. Randy knows that. Up to you. I've got to go.
Can I give you a lift?
Maybe sometime.
Can we talk?
You know the rules. No jazz before the rumble.
I know the rules.
Meet me at the car pretty quick. We have to go see Johnny.
I read about you in the paper. How come?
Maybe it felt like playing hero.
And I wouldn't have done it. I would have let those kids burn to death.
Maybe you wouldn't have. Maybe you would have done the same thing.
Can't believe a greaser could pull something like that.
Greaser didn't have anything to do with it. Two-Wit wouldn't have done it. Maybe you would have. It's the individual.
Maybe you're right. I'm not gonna show at the Rumble. I'm sick of all this. And no matter what you think, Bob was a good guy. He had a problem, but he was a real person.
How could I know that?
You couldn't. And now he's dead. His mother had a total breakdown.
Who's to blame?
All I know is they spoiled him. They gave into him all the time. He kept trying to make somebody say no, and they never did. He needed
Somebody to lay down the law, set limits, give him something to stand on. One time, he came home drunker than anything, falling down, disgusting. He thought sure they'd raise the roof. You know what they did? They said it was their fault. They failed him. They took the blame. Maybe if his father had given him a belt instead, he'd still be alive. Only person ever told Bob no was Cherry Valens. No wonder you're so crazy about her.
I have to go to the hospital.
That kid, your buddy, he might die.
He might.
And tonight, people get hurt in rumbles, maybe even killed, and it doesn't do any good. Even if you whip us, you'll still be at the bottom, and we'll still be lucky ones with all the breaks. Greasers will still be greasers, and socias will still be socias. I've got to get out of this town.
Running away won't help.
I'm marked chicken if I punk out at the rumble, and I'd hate myself if I didn't. So what can I do?
I'd help if I could.
No, you wouldn't. I'm a soc. You get a little money and the whole world hates you.
No! You hate the whole world. I have to go. You'd have saved those kids. Same as we did.
Thanks, Grease. I didn't mean that. I meant... Thanks, kid.
Name's Pony Boy. Nice talking to you, Randy.
What did Mr. Super Soch have to say?
He isn't a soc. He's just a guy. He wanted to talk is all.
You shouldn't even be up on this floor. Your friend's in critical condition. No visitors. Absolutely.
That's my buddy in there. Hey, lady. Please.
It'd be good for him to see us.
Let them go in, nurse. He's been asking for you. It can't hurt now.
He's over here.
It can't hurt. Now?
Johnny. Hey, Johnny Cake.
Hey, y'all.
I've got a riddle for you. What's the best thing to be when you meet a gang of social outcasts in an alley?
Don't know. A judo expert?
No. Another social outcast. How'd I treat ya? Listen, tonight's the big rumble. Too bad you and Dallas can't be in it. We're gonna get them off our backs. We're gonna get them off our territory for good!
You got your name in the paper for being a hero. Yeah, you. Tough. I figure Southern gentlemen ain't got nothing on Johnny Cade.
Hey, that book that got burned. Can you give me another one?
What book, Johnny?
He wants a copy of Gone with the Wind, so I can finish reading it.
I'll go down to the drugstore and get him one. It's just downstairs. Don't y'all run away. Run away.
Dallas is okay, and me and Derry are getting along. Johnny?
It just hurts sometimes. It usually don't. I can't feel anything below the middle of my back. I'm pretty bad off, ain't I, Pony?
You're gonna be alright. We couldn't make it without you.
You see, I won't be able to walk again.
You're gonna be okay.
I'm so scared. I used to talk about killing myself. I don't want to die now. It ain't long enough, Pony. 16 years ain't long enough. There's so much stuff I ain't done yet. So many things I ain't seen. That time you and I were at that church in Wintersville, that was the only time I've been away from our neighborhood.
You ain't gonna die, Johnny.
That's right, Johnny.
Dallas.
Still here, Johnny Cake. Your picture's in the paper. Mine too. Some guys came to rub it in about me missing the rumble. Said when they saw my picture, they couldn't believe it didn't have wanted, dead or alive written under it.
That's a good one, Dallas.
We're gonna win that fight tonight, Johnny. We're gonna clean out our neighborhood. Good. All right?
Johnny, your mother's here to see you.
I don't want to see her.
She's your mother.
She's just come to tell me about all the trouble I'm causing her. Will you just tell her to leave me alone for once? For once, just leave me alone.
I was afraid of something like this. You'll have to go. Please.
Be back later, Johnny.
The book that...
I'll give it to him. We need the doctor, please.
We're gonna stomp him tonight, Johnny Cake.
They brought a book for you, Johnny. Gone with the Wind. We can read it together a little later.
Can I get a piece of paper and a pencil?
When I get back. I'm sorry, but you can't come in.
I'm supposed to see him. He's my son.
Please, not now.
This is the thanks we get. After all the trouble we've gone to raising him, he'd rather be with hoodlums.
The doctor will talk to you later.
Thought I'd find you here.
Jerry? It was nice to see you.
Ponyboy, stay a minute.
Sure. It's gonna be rough tonight.
Randy, he's not going to the Rumble.
I know.
Not because he's scared. He's just tired of fighting. Bob's been his best friend since grade school.
Johnny ain't going to the Rumble either. Only, I can't say he ain't scared. He's real scared.
How bad is Johnny?
Bad. You can't go now, but will you see him? Please?
No, I couldn't.
Why not?
Because he killed Bob. I know. Bob asked for it. He made it happen. But I couldn't look at the person who did it.
I don't get it.
You only ever knew his bad side. When Bob got drunk, he was horrible. I knew it was him when you told me that story. He loved those rings. When he wasn't trying to destroy himself, he could have been something special. Something that marked him different.
Last time I saw Bob, he was drowning me.
Ponyboy, when was the last time you saw Bob?
Last time I saw him, he was...
Don't go to the Rumble tonight.
They bring in blades?
No, they play your way. Your rules, no weapons. Randy already told me. He knows for sure. I already told Jerry.
I guess we're supposed to be grateful.
I'm not looking for gratitude! I like you, Ponyboy. I liked you from the start. The way you talk. I want to help you. Wouldn't you help me if you could?
Sure. If I could.
I'll be your trial. Randy, too.
Declare Bob's good name.
You'll be there. You'll see. You know, Ponyboy, you'd make an awful good friend. Good friends are hard to find.
I have to go.
Sure.
Hey. Can you see the sunset real good from your part of town?
Real good.
Great. You can see it real good from ours too.
Thanks, Ponyboy. You did okay.
I was wondering where you went. Hey, you feeling okay? You look awful.
A little headache, that's all. Don't tell Derry.
If you're
I'll take some aspirins.
if you're really sick, you go ahead and fight anyway.
You just keep your mouth shut. Derry don't need to know anything.
You think you could get away with murder living with your big brother, but he's stricter with you than your folks.
Yeah, they raised 2 boys before me. Derry hasn't.
You don't look so good, kid. You're tensed up.
We all get tensed up before a rumble.
Skin never hurt anyone. No weapons, no danger.
You got a fever?
I'm okay. I'll get over a little one.
If you get in a jam, holler.
I promise.
It's about that time. Is everyone excited?
I'm a Grecian. I'm a Hooch. I'm a JD. And I blacken the name of our fair city.
Get thee hence, white trash. I am a Soch. I'm the privileged and the well-dressed. I drive fancy cars, break windows at fancy parties, and throw beer blasts.
And what do you do for fun?
We jump racers! Where's some of the others?
They'll be here. They're coming.
That's not all that's coming.
Nice hat!
You savvy real good.
I'll take on any of you.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
It's Paul Holden. Guy used to be the best back on Derry's team in high school.
That's Soch?
Yeah, they used to play around. He's got to be a junior in college by now.
Well, Derry has to work.
I'll take you.
Oh, you think you can handle me, Paul?
I think I can handle any greaser.
Reminded me of a book by Jack London, where the wolf pack waits around for one of 2 members to go down in a fight. Only it's different here. The moment either side swings, the rumble is on.
Hold up, wait for me.
I couldn't find a little Soch, so I grabbed the next size up. Dallas was fighting a big one next to me. Dallas, I thought you were in the hospital.
I was. I ain't now.
I wanted to ask you how we got out. The Soch, who was a little heavier than I took him for, was knocking the sense out of me. I felt the toothpick loose. By the time Derry was through with him, Paul was crawling out on his hands and knees. Derry saw what was happening to me, and he knocked the Soch back 3 feet. I figured I should help Dallas, since the penalties were on. I jumped on the back of the Soch, but they threw me over their shoulder, and someone kicked me in the ribs. You better believe it hurt. Dallas tackled them, but not before they got me in the head. I was stunned and confused when I heard research shouting.
They're running! The Sochers are running! We stopped them! Look out, run!
Chase after him! Chase him home!
Chase them to Texas!
You okay, kid?
I'll tell you once I count all my teeth.
Looks like we got some guys hurt. I better go check on them. Pony, come on, we have to go.
Where?
Johnny, we have to tell Johnny.
Right now?
Right now. He was getting worse when I left. He asked to see you.
I got a car right over there.
Hey, let's go.
Wait right there, boys. You can't see him. He's dying.
Dying?
We gotta see him. Where? Gotta see Johnny. And if you give me any static, you're gonna end up on your own operating table.
He asked for us. We're his family.
Shall I call security?
You can see him, but it's because you're his friends, his family. Not because of the gun. Yes, call security. Go ahead.
Hey, Johnny. Johnny Cake.
Dallas, Pony Boy.
We won. We beat the Socias. Chased them out of our territory.
Fighting's no good.
Johnny, they're still writing about you in the paper. All that hero stuff. I'm proud of you, buddy. Really proud of you.
Dallas, proud of me.
We're all proud of you, Johnny.
Pony Boy. Stay cold.
Don't die, Johnny. Please. Don't die. This is what you get for trying to help people, you little punk. This is what you get. Please. Johnny. Don't be dead. You see, Pony? I was crazy for not wanting him to get mean. If he had gotten tough like me, he'd have never been in this mess. If he had gotten smart like me, he wouldn't have ran back into that church. This is what you get for trying to help people. Wise up, Pony. Get like me and you don't get hurt. Look out for yourself and nothing can touch you. You hear me, Pony? Wise up.
That's a kid. Put the gun down. He's got a gun. Put it down. Put the gun down.
Johnny's dead. We went to tell him about eating the socias and he died. Dallas told him how proud he was, and Johnny told me to stay gold. And
We
then
had a call. We know.
Dallas was cursing and turning away. He couldn't take it.
Even Dallas had a breaking point.
He kept telling me to wise up.
Pony, Dallas is dead too.
We had a call from the police.
Dallas is dead. Dallas.
He pulled a gun on the security guards.
It wasn't loaded.
They didn't know that.
Dallas wanted to die. And Dallas always gets what he wants.
Pony, what's wrong?
The world began spinning around me. Blobs, faces, and visions dancing in the red mist. Soda was there. Soda? Is somebody sick?
Yeah, always. Go back to sleep for now.
Then I remembered. Johnny and Dallas were dead. But I didn't want to think about that. About Johnny not wanting to die. And about Dallas telling me to wise up. And then waving an empty gun at the security box. Gary? What's wrong with me?
Fever, exhaustion, shock, a minor concussion.
Where did I get the concussion?
From getting kicked in the head. You've been asleep and delirious since Saturday night.
Gary, I'll never make up all the schoolwork I miss. And I have to appear in court. And they might separate us. Will they put me in a home?
I don't know, baby. Johnny left you his copy of Gone with the Wind. Told the nurse he wanted you to have it.
I'll never finish it. I'll never get past the part where the Southern gentlemen go riding into sure death because they're down.
Get some more rest.
The hearing was the next day. Sherry really did surprise me.
Bob, I've been drinking. He was drunk. When he took me home, he told me he was going back to fix Johnny. To fix Johnny and Ponyboy for picking up his girl. When I begged him, he told me to shut up and get out of the car. He was not himself. He was crazy. He was like that when he got drunk.
Sir, it was our fault. They only fought back when it looked like Bob was about to kill Ponyboy. It was self-defense.
The judge talked to the doctor and to one of my teachers. When he called me, I was scared stiff. But he hardly asked anything. Did I like living with my brothers? What about school and stuff like that? He told me to quit chewing on my fingernails. And then he said it quitted, and the case was closed. I wish I could say things went back to normal then. But they didn't. Especially me. I started running into things like the door, and I was lucky if I got home with both shoes on and the right notebook. I wasn't hungry anymore. Everything tasted like bologna. And I was lousing up at school.
Ponyboy, I'd like to talk to you about your grades, please.
I used to make A's in English, but that's mostly because Miss Syme would only give us compositions. Miss Syme's a real good gal. Who makes you think?
You're failing this class right now, but I'm taking into consideration the circumstances. If you give me a good semester theme, I'll pass you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll try. What's the theme supposed to be on?
Anything you think important. I want your own ideas, your own experience, at least 5 pages.
Like my first trip to the zoo?
If you think that's important.
Well, I know it's not important.
What's not important?
School. Why all the hassle?
Hey, take it easy.
I'm gonna have to get a job when I get out, so why not drop out now?
You're not going to drop out. With your brains, we could get you a scholarship. We could put you through college.
Big deal.
Johnny and Dallas were our buddies too. But you don't stop living because you lose someone. You don't quit.
Look at Soda. He's a dropout and he's doing okay. You can just lay off.
Anytime you don't like the way I'm running things, you can leave.
Why can't you two stay along for 5 seconds? I can't do this right now.
What's with Soda?
He lost Sandy too.
She's in Florida with her grandmother. They're running back. It's okay.
This came back today. It's the letter Soda wrote to Sandy. It wasn't opened. It's marked return to sender.
Not even opened?
Sorry about that.
No. It's okay. Really.
Look, Pony, I'm telling you the truth. I dropped out because I'm dumb. I'm happy working in a gas station with cars all day. You'd never be happy doing that. And you gotta understand about Derry too. He wants you to have the chance that he missed. We can't keep getting hacked off at each other anymore. We're all we've got left. We don't got each other. We don't got nothing. Look, Pony, if you make it, you're making it for all three of us, kid.
What do you say, Pony?
Get out of here. So I can concentrate. I've got a theme assignment to finish.
I'll see you later.
You'll think of something.
Something important. Shawnee's handwriting.
Hey, Pony. I asked the nurse to give you this book so you can finish reading it. Tell Dallas to look at a sunset. He'll probably think you're crazy, but ask him for me anyway. Listen, I don't mind dying now. It's worth it saving those kids. Some of their parents even came by to thank me, and I know it was worth it. That guy who wrote the poem, he meant you're gold when you're a kid, like green. When you're a kid, everything's new, it's dawn. It's just that when you get older, when you get used to everything in its day, like the way you are, Pony, that's gold. There's still lots of good in this world. Tell Dallas that. I don't think he knows it. Your buddy.
Johnny. Semester composition. Teacher, Miss Sign. Ponyboy Curtis. When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of that movie house, I had only two things on my mind: Paul Newman and a ride home.